they never train for that, do they? You've got to train for the unexpected in this game. You've got to train for the unexpected. Because if you think you're going to go in there, it's going to be a foregone conclusion. That's when you're going to end up going back to the corner as sick as a parrot. You go in there and you've got to think, hang on, this could be it. You've got to have that fear in your belly, like, I'm not losing this. I'm not underestimating no one. They underestimated and got it all wrong because they don't know what they're doing. They claim to. They're good talkers. They're on these internets burning them down, and they're good at, what can I say, getting the public to believe that they're better at the job than what they are. If AJ would have had me, he'd been unbeaten now and still the heavyweight champion of the world because I'd done my job thoroughly. Because I know my fighter. I know what he can do and what he can't do to the last percent in his body. I'd say, no, that could be a bit tricky for him. No, that could be a bit tricky for him. No, we don't need that. We're heavyweight champion of the world. We'll go this way. We'll go that way. Twist and turn. Be clever. You've got to be clever than your man. Or else he gets beat, don't he? And that's why Tyson now, he is where he is. And the only mistakes he's made is through other fucking people what don't know the job. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, those are some more words of John, Big John Fury, as he proclaims that the trainer, which is Derek James, is another 10%er. As you guys heard him speak of 10%ers in earlier in the video, in the interview rather, of he was referring to Sugar Hill Stewart, which we'll talk about that a bit later. But what he said, the 10%ers are people that don't mean them any good. They're just out to get AJ, okay? And that's a 10%er, just like Javen Sugar Hill. And let me counterpunch, okay? John Fury proclaims that Anthony Joshua would still be undefeated if he trained him. And he explained why he would still be undefeated. And this is the kicker. He explained that Anthony Joshua would be undefeated because he would find out the right fighters, the less tricky fighters, the less hard fighters, the less challenging fighters, and he would still be defeated. And he admitted that that's the reason Tyson Fury is still undefeated to this day. Because of guidance, because of instruction, because of the strategic way of picking fights. And my counterpunch on that is that's exactly why Anthony Joshua was Anthony Joshua. Not the fact that he has taken a backseat in offense, because he's explained why he's taken his toll. And of course, you guys know my take on that, on how I feel about him taking the backseat and more defense and less offense, you know, and I don't like it at all. But I mean, that's just how I feel. However, how I also feel the fact that people like Anthony Joshua, and they respect Anthony Joshua's resume, is because of the people that he decided to fight when he decided to fight them. Meaning, let's fight Alexander Usyk fresh, or period. Let's fight undefeated Dillian White. Let's fight undefeated Dominique Brazil. Let's fight undefeated Joseph Parker. You know, like, let's fight these guys. Povetkin, that's only losses to Vladimir Klitschko. Pulev the same. Let's fight these guys that no one else has fought, especially the other two guys that proclaimed they were the best, Wilder and Fury. And that's why you get losses. But based on John Fury's theory, the guy that he is criticizing, both Javen Sugar Hill and Derek James, they're both 10%ers. That means they don't have their best interests at heart. You know, let's start with Javen, okay? He's mad at Javen because of what Javen said. So why are you saying that Javen Hill is a 10%er based on that? After all, he's been the guy that led your fighter to knockouts after knockouts after knockouts, or stoppages, which are TKOs, which are knockouts, right? But then yet, you don't believe that he did a good job because based on your philosophy, you believe that Tyson Fury is only undefeated simply because he didn't fight the guys that would have gave him trouble. It's incredible. It's like, okay, Derek James is no good. He's a 10%er. Javen Sugar Hill is no good, which is currently my son's trainer, or was my son's trainer. He's no good either. But I'm good because I'm able to navigate my fighter or my would-be fighter into fighting the best guys. And what John Fury's actually doing, he's actually taking credit from Tyson Fury altogether. That's taking away his credibility. That's taken away his skill set. That's taken away his drive. That's taken away his talent. That's taken away a lot of things that we thought Tyson Fury was best at. But all you're telling us is we're just better at picking fights. What you're pulling a Mickey in Rocky 3. He'll knock in the next week, Rock. This guy'll murder you within 3 rounds. They were handpicked. That's what he's really telling us. Seriously, I mean, in that case, well, it's not about even being the best. It's not about fighting the best at that point. It's about fighting the guys that you know your fighter can beat. Therefore, what? What's the point of that? What, some more new age money Floyd shit? Money Floyd Mayweather shit? Is it more of that? Is that what boxing has become? Hey, it's not about how good you are or how tough you are. It's about how good you are with matching fights together. But then he can go back and blame Eddie Hearn for that. Huh. That's some interesting stuff. And then you throw your son in it, destroying his credibility, affecting his credibility. So he can never, and no longer from this date, based on what you're saying, say that he's the best at fighting the best. He's just the best at fighting the guys that you want him to fight. I get it. Interesting people. Very, very, very interesting. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of some more of Big John Fury stating that if he had Anthony Joshua would still be undefeated to this day. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!